And welcome back to my channel. Today we're taking a look and a trip back to the past. Okay, we're rewinding back to the 1980s and 1990s. It's easy to look back at things in the past through rose-tinted glasses. Everything was better. The bikes, the racing, the football, the weather, the music, everything. Except sometimes it wasn't. Sometimes it was just literally rose-tinted glasses, and let's be frank, it was a bit crap. But in the case of 250 sports bikes, it definitely was better. Let's be honest, there's none of these kind of, and I don't mean to sound horrible, but none of these kind of posh little commuter bikes in posh frocks. No, every 250 that came out was a genuine race replica, two-stroke race replica of the race bike of their time. They were something else. They were a breed apart, they were pure, and the factories were all pumping them out. In the case of the TZR 250, the Yamaha TZR 250, launched in 1986, it had big shoes to fill. It was taking the place of the RD 350, Yamaha's outgoing bike, which is, as we all know, a legendary bike. And as we say, TZR had a lot of expectation on its shoulders. Launched in 86, it ran until about 1992 in the UK anyway, in the 2MA guise, which was a parallel twin two-stroke, kicking out about 45 brake horsepower and weighing about 140 kilograms all in. There were other evolutions available as the model developed, but they were never officially imported into the UK. You could get them as imports, but never officially in the UK. There was the reverse cylinder, which was an amazing bike, although very high maintenance, and the V-twin, which yet again stunning. However, prices are absolutely through the roof, as are any two strokes. Going back to the TZR, the 2MA, it made use, as we say, of the YPVS, Yamaha Power Valve System. This, basically in a nutshell, it controls the exhaust port to optimise the timing and RPM, and it ensures that the motor produces maximum power throughout the rev range, and it gives it a usable, but when you open it up, frantic power delivery, which is great fun. Anyway, there are plenty of these still about. Well, I say plenty, they're getting rarer. There are some that are still racing, and there are a few still knocking about on the roads. This one here is a 1989 model, registered in July 1989. It was actually my bike when I was 17 in 1995, and I'd first passed my main test. I had it for a couple of years before I sold it and got an FZR 400. I rediscovered the bike in 2016, just chanced across it for sale, and I had to buy it back. It was in a bit of a sorry state, needed a bit of work doing on it, but I knew it was my old bike, and I just took it as a sign as I had to have it back. So I went and bought it back, quite a long drive up north to go and get it, but bought it back, and with the help of my friends at Pan Motorcycles in Haywards Heath and Tony Price Paintwork, we got the bike looking, I think, pretty mint. Anyway, let's go and have a closer look at the bike with some photographs I took earlier, and I'll talk you around it.
The TZR was and still is a stunning bike to look at, echoing the Grand Prix bikes of the time. A sublime Delta Box alloy frame and suspension to suit. Braking was taken care of by discs front and rear, with the front disc being shared with a much bigger and heavier FZR 1000, so power was never going to be an issue.
Okay, so we've had a quick look around the bike. Yeah, it certainly isn't a slow bike. It wasn't the fastest either. I mean, top end around about 120 miles an hour, give or take. And I'm inclined to believe that. But it's just good fun to ride. It is really, really engaging little bike to ride. And as I say, it's not slow. It's actually the first production bike to lap the Isle of Man TT circuit at over 100 mile an hour average speed, and that was in the hands of Matt Oxley back in the 80s. So it really did prove that it had that racer heritage to it to be able to do something like that, which is really impressive in itself. I suppose the only way we can really describe what the bike is like is by going out to ride it. So, without further ado, just need to get ourselves kitted up and let's head out. Right, let's go.
Right, let's head out on the bike, see what it's like. Now, the TZR will happily trundle around town, but it will take you on your daily commute in an unflustered way if you like. But it doesn't really want to do that. Heading out of town onto more interesting roads, the bike really gets to stretch its legs and becomes what it was designed to be. The rev counter needle merrily winds its way up towards the top of the range. The YPVS opens up and the left foot can happily dance with a 6-speed gearbox. Now I will hasten to add that no posted limits were harmed in the making of this video, honestly. Anyway, all of a sudden, the TZR goes from its docile friendly nature and it's gone. The TZR shows its fangs. I know it's not the done thing in this day and age, but as the bike builds to its crescendo, it's hard not to have images of childhood Grand Prix heroes like Rainey and Schwantz in your head. The engine screams its beautiful song, and the bike dares you to push it further. Despite this, the bike never feels out of hand. The suspension is planted and perfectly balanced, ensuring confident, neutral handling, with the brakes never feeling like they'll let you down. On the low-flying mission around the twisty backways of Sussex, the little TZR never fails to put a huge grin on my face, and enjoys humbling, when it gets a chance, a lot of larger, more modern bikes. It's not hard to regress on a bike like this. It's rejuvenation therapy. It flatters you, but it calls you out if it doesn't think you're trying hard enough. And as I say, it will knock on the door of about 120 mph in standard trim. It's not fast, but it's certainly fast enough to have a lot of fun on. I keep thinking what I'm going to plan next for this bike. Maybe some parts, maybe a reprogrammable ignition, but I don't want to tamper with it too much. I don't want to take away from what it should have, and that's the purity, that's the enjoyment. So if you ever get a chance, take one out. You won't regret it. I honestly tell you, you will not regret it, and it's an experience you need to have. Enjoy.
So there you have it. Been out for a short ride on my TZR, and yeah, I'm sure the eagle-eyed amongst you might have noticed that I wasn't actually in my leathers when I was doing that filming. It was actually in my Gore-Tex stuff. I did that film a little while ago. But that's by the by. What is 100% clear about the little bike is it's just insane fun. If you get a chance to have a go on one, please do. I mean, I'm 45 and it takes me back to being a teenager. Riding a little two-stroke 250, it's the most pure experience you can get on a bike, and it's rejuvenation therapy. I thoroughly recommend you have a go if you get a chance. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm getting the hang of this stuff now, so please give us a like. There'll be more content coming along soon, and yeah, give us a follow, and remember to check out MotoGusto, and thanks to my friends at DRC Race Leathers, Showy Helmets, Helmet City, etc. All great fun, and of course my helmet paint job done by Cycle Sprays down in Cowfold. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for your ongoing support. Speak to you soon. Bye.